Welcome to Greatness, where we help you elevate your story. Today, we're embarking on a journey to confront an all-too-common foe that hinders potential and productivity. That foe is procrastination. Procrastination, the art of delaying or postponing tasks, is something that most of us grapple with. It's that invisible wall that stands between us and our goals, our dreams, and our accomplishments. Imagine having a full day ahead, a list of tasks to accomplish, and then finding yourself hours later, having accomplished little to nothing. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Procrastination can be a debilitating habit, robbing us of our time, our energy, and often our self-esteem. It's a habit that can seep into all areas of our lives, affecting not just our work, but our personal well-being too. But fear not, because today we're going to tackle this habit head-on. We're going to delve into 7 transformative habits that can help you stop procrastination in its tracks. Each of these habits has been carefully curated and tested, designed to empower you to take control of your time and your life. We'll explore strategies such as prioritizing tasks, breaking work into manageable steps, altering environments, creating detailed timelines, identifying and eliminating procrastination pit stops, practicing mindfulness, and rewarding yourself. These habits aren't just about combating procrastination, they're about fostering a more productive, more fulfilling lifestyle. They're about empowering you to take charge, to seize your day, to realize your potential. Overcoming procrastination isn't just about getting things done, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. So, are you ready to break free from the shackles of procrastination? Are you ready to step into a life of productivity, accomplishment, and fulfillment? It's time to stop saying, "I'll do it later," and start saying, "I'll do it now." So if you're ready to conquer procrastination, stay tuned. The first habit to help you stop procrastination is to prioritize your tasks. Let's delve into this a bit, shall we? So, what does it mean to prioritize? It's about knowing what's important and what's not. It's about deciding which tasks deserve your immediate attention and which ones can wait. It's about identifying the tasks that will have the most significant impact on reaching your goals. Prioritizing is not just about getting things done, but about getting the right things done. A great tool to help you prioritize is the Eisenhower box. Named after the 34th President of the United States, Dwight D. Eisenhower, this simple tool divides your tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. By categorizing your tasks this way, you can easily see where you should focus your energy. Another method you might find useful is the ABCDE method. This technique involves assigning a letter to each of your tasks. A represents tasks that are very important and need to be done today. B is for tasks that are important but not as urgent. C is for tasks that would be nice to do but aren't necessary. D tasks can be delegated, and E tasks can be eliminated. Both these methods aim to help you distinguish the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. They help you see clearly what tasks are vital and need your attention, and which ones are just distractions. But remember, prioritizing is not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process. As your tasks, goals, and circumstances change, so will your priorities. So make it a habit to reassess your priorities regularly. And here's a little nugget of wisdom for you. Not everything that demands your attention is important. Just because something is urgent does not necessarily mean it's important. Just because something is easy does not mean it's a priority. Just because something is shiny and new does not mean it deserves your time and energy. Remember, not everything that shines is gold. Prioritize wisely. Moving on to the second habit, break your work into little steps. Consider a massive mountain towering high above the landscape. It seems impossible to climb, doesn't it? But when you start to break down the journey into smaller, achievable segments, it suddenly becomes less daunting. You can conquer that mountain one step at a time. The same principle applies to any task or project you might be facing. Whether it's a business proposal, a house renovation, or even planning a holiday, every task can be broken down into smaller, manageable parts. This is the essence of our second habit, breaking your work into little steps. Why is this so crucial, you ask? Well, it's simple. It's all about perception. When we're faced with a colossal task, our minds tend to amplify the effort required, making it seem more overwhelming than it actually is. This can lead to anxiety, and you guessed it, procrastination. But when we divide the task into bite-sized pieces, each piece seems less intimidating. It's easier to start working on a small task than a large one. Plus, each completed task gives us a sense of accomplishment, fueling our motivation to continue. It's a positive feedback loop that keeps us going. So how do you do it? Start by identifying the main parts of your task. Then break down each part into individual steps. The key is to make each step simple enough to be accomplished without too much effort. Remember, it's not about rushing to the finish line, but rather about progressing steadily and consistently. For instance, if you're writing a report, don't think about it as a single task. Break it down into research, outlining, writing, and editing. Each of these can be further divided into smaller tasks. The research could involve reading specific articles, taking notes, and organizing your findings. By doing this, you transform a daunting project into a series of manageable tasks. So the next time you're faced with a task that seems too big to handle, remember the second habit: don't let the size of the task intimidate you. Instead, break it down into little steps. Each step will bring you closer to your goal, and before you know it, you'll have climbed that mountain. So break it down and take it one step at a time. The third habit is all about your surroundings. Change your environment. Now let's talk about the power of your surroundings. Have you ever noticed how you feel more relaxed in a clean, organized room compared to a cluttered, chaotic one? That's because our environment has a significant impact on our mental state. It can either stimulate productivity or foster procrastination. Imagine your workspace. Is it cluttered with papers, half-empty coffee cups, and random items? If so, your brain is likely to feel overwhelmed before you even start your tasks. All these visual distractions can make it hard to focus and easy to procrastinate. On the other hand, a clean, organized workspace can do wonders for your productivity. When everything is in its place, your mind is free to concentrate on the task at hand. You're not wasting time looking for that lost document or getting distracted by the pile of unsorted mail. Your workspace becomes a haven for productive work, not a breeding ground for procrastination. But changing your environment isn't just about cleaning up your desk. It's about creating a space that encourages work. Maybe you work better in a quiet, secluded area, or perhaps you thrive in a bustling coffee shop. Figure out what environment makes you the most productive and try to recreate it as best you can. Aside from your physical environment, consider your digital environment as well. How many times have you gotten distracted by a social media notification when you're trying to work? Eliminate these digital distractions by turning off unnecessary notifications, closing irrelevant tabs, and using apps that block distracting websites. And don't forget about comfort. A comfortable chair, proper lighting, and a pleasant temperature can make your workspace more inviting. You're more likely to want to work in a space that feels good. In conclusion, your environment plays a crucial role in your productivity. A change in surroundings can stimulate your brain, reduce distractions, and help you focus on your tasks. So, don't underestimate the power of a good workspace. So, create an environment that encourages work, not procrastination. The fourth habit involves planning. Create a detailed timeline with specific deadlines. A lack of planning often leads to procrastination. When tasks seem vague or overwhelming, it's easy to put them off. But creating a detailed timeline with specific deadlines can change that. It gives your tasks structure and makes them seem more manageable. Think about it. If you have a project to complete and you only set a final deadline, it's easy to procrastinate. The end date seems far away, and without interim deadlines, there's no sense of urgency. But if you break that project down into smaller tasks and assign each task a specific deadline, suddenly there's a clear path to follow. This detailed timeline provides a roadmap to your goal. It shows you exactly what needs to be done and when. Each deadline creates a sense of urgency, a little nudge that encourages you to start working. And as you tick off each task, you'll experience a sense of achievement that motivates you to keep going. To create an effective timeline, start by identifying all the tasks involved in your project. Then estimate how long each task will take. Be realistic and consider potential obstacles. Once you have this information, you can set your deadlines. Make sure they're specific and achievable. A vague deadline like next week doesn't create a sense of urgency, but a specific deadline like Tuesday at 2 p.m. does. Creating a detailed timeline also helps you manage your time more effectively. It allows you to see at a glance when you're likely to be busy and when you'll have free time. This can help you balance your workload and avoid the stress of last-minute rushes. So, if you're serious about beating procrastination, start planning. Break your projects down into smaller tasks, assign each task a specific deadline, and create a detailed timeline. It might take a bit of time up front, but it will save you a lot of time and stress in the long run. Remember, a goal without a timeline is just a dream. The fifth habit requires some self-reflection. It's time to eliminate your procrastination pit stops. In our journey towards a procrastination-free life, it's essential to recognize and eliminate the distractions that often derail our productivity. These distractions, or what we'll call procrastination pit stops, can significantly slow down our progress and keep us from reaching our goals. One common pit stop is the digital world. Social media, online shopping, and endless internet surfing can quickly consume hours of our time. We often convince ourselves that we're just taking a quick break, only to find ourselves lost in the labyrinth of the online world. It's crucial to keep these digital distractions in check. Consider setting specific times for checking social media or limit your daily screen time. There are plenty of apps available that can help you manage your digital usage. Another pit stop can be environmental distractions. Excessive noise, clutter, or interruptions can lead to a decrease in focus and productivity. If possible, create a dedicated workspace that is free from noise and disturbances. Use noise-cancelling headphones or play soft background music to drown out any residual noise. Keep your workspace clean and organized to promote a clear mind and focused thinking. Our minds can also be a significant source of distraction. Worries, anxieties, or daydreams often steal our attention away from the task at hand. Practicing mindfulness and staying present can help combat mental distractions. Regular meditation or simple breathing exercises can help clear your mind and improve your focus. Remember, the key to eliminating procrastination pit stops is awareness. Start by identifying your main distractions and then take active steps to minimize their impact. It's not about completely eliminating these distractions, but rather learning how to manage them effectively. So it's time to take a good look at your daily routine. What are your procrastination pit stops? Once you've identified them, devise a plan to navigate around these productivity roadblocks. It's not an overnight process, but with consistent efforts, you'll find yourself moving forward with increased momentum. So, identify your pit stops and take the route to productivity. The sixth habit is about being present. Practice mindfulness. Now, you might be wondering, what's mindfulness got to do with procrastination? Well, let's delve into that. Mindfulness, at its core, is all about being present in the moment, fully engaged in what's happening, free from distraction or judgment, with a soft and open mind. It's about observing your life as it happens, and that includes your work. When we're mindful, we're actively engaged in the task at hand, instead of letting our minds wander off to what we're having for dinner or the latest episode of our favorite TV show. This ability to stay focused can drastically reduce our tendency to procrastinate, as it keeps us from getting sidetracked by less important things. So how can we cultivate this habit of mindfulness? There are a few simple techniques you can try. First, start your day with a few minutes of quiet reflection. It could be as simple as savoring your morning coffee without any distractions, or doing a short meditation session. This helps set the tone for the rest of the day and gets you in the right mindset to tackle your tasks. Next, practice mindful breathing. This technique is as straightforward as it sounds. Just take a few moments throughout your day to focus solely on your breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your body, and let any distracting thoughts float away. This helps anchor you in the present moment and brings your focus back to what's important. Finally, make a conscious effort to fully engage with your tasks. When you're working, be all in. Don't allow yourself to multitask, as this can lead to distraction and procrastination. Instead, dedicate your full attention to one task at a time and see it through to completion. Remember, mindfulness is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice to master. But with time and persistence, it can become a powerful tool in your fight against procrastination. So stay present, stay focused, and keep procrastination at bay. The final habit is a fun one: reward yourself. This is more than just a pat on the back or a self-congratulatory statement. It's about positive reinforcement, a powerful tool that can motivate and drive us to start and finish tasks. Why is this so? Well, it's a basic principle of human psychology. We're all wired to respond positively to rewards. It's a mechanism that dates back to our primitive ancestors, who were motivated to hunt by the reward of food. Today, we might not be hunting for survival, but we're still motivated by rewards, be it professional advancement, personal growth, or simple satisfaction. But how exactly should you go about rewarding yourself? It doesn't need to be grand or extravagant. It could be as simple as taking a 5-minute break to enjoy a cup of tea, reading a chapter of your favorite book, or even indulging in a little sweet treat. The key is to choose a reward that gives you joy and motivates you to complete the task at hand. Rewards can create a positive feedback loop. Every time you complete a task and reward yourself, you reinforce the behavior of completing tasks. This can help you overcome the inertia of procrastination and make you more productive in the long run. So the next time you find yourself dreading a task, remember to set a rewarding goal. It could be just the motivation you need to get started and see the task through to completion. Remember, a little reward goes a long way in battling procrastination. And there you have it, the 7 habits to stop procrastination. Let's quickly recap. First, prioritize your tasks. Understand what's urgent and what's important. Then break your work into little steps. It's less daunting that way, and you'll feel more accomplished as you tick off each small task. Remember to change your environment. A fresh setting might just be the push you need. And don't forget to create a detailed timeline with specific deadlines to keep you on track. Eliminate your procrastination pit stops. Identify what's distracting you and find ways to reduce or remove these distractions. Practice mindfulness. Being present in the moment can help you focus on the task at hand. Lastly, reward yourself. A little incentive can go a long way in motivating you to finish your tasks. These 7 habits are not magical solutions. They're tools you can use to combat procrastination. But remember, consistency is key. It's not about being perfect, but about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. It's about forming new habits that replace the old ones. Procrastination can be a tough opponent, but with these habits, you're equipped to face it head-on. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Your journey to stop procrastinating starts now. If you found this video helpful, do subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Let's beat procrastination together. Until next time, keep aiming for greatness.